and this one's Persephone. This one didn't care whether she was sheep or lamb as she rushed towards the hanging, but found at the very last minute that her thoughts could not be turned into deeds. Startled, her familiar landscape gone, torn by contradiction, she lost her bearings. The field of flowers she walked in split apart. Around her ankle, Pluto's hand grasped tight. Morbid, shall I cut down a bit?
Want to do one more?
One more. I was going to finish on a nice one, but I'll finish on this one, which is not so nice. Games. She offered to repair his trousers in the hope of catching him with them down. In lust, she stalked him, feeling out his vulnerability behind a smokescreen of camaraderie, blue jokes, one of the boys. Flattering his refusal to accept her offer of her body in his bed, she used it, wetted as a stone, to sharpen her intent to have his scalp. Him and that straight bitch who wouldn't fight at all. She'd sink them both together. He proved elusive till she challenged him to match her drink for drink. She let him win at first, then poised to pounce as he walked blind into her ambush. Thank you. Thanks for looking so comfortable.
We don't do finishing on nice ones in this place, Margaret. You should know that by now. Margaret did that as well. She's a brilliant artist as well as a brilliant poet. I'm going to read from the Blacklight Engine Room magazine, a poem of mine, with a lovely accompanying painting by my wonderful girlfriend who's over there. She's got some wonderful little greeting cards thing made of her art. This is called In the Reference Library. Can you guess where I wrote it? See what I did there? That was a crap joke. This is also, it's got a quote from Hilda Doolittle, who's probably none of you have heard of. She was one of the imagists along with Ezra Pound and a lot of other people you won't have heard of. But unlike Ezra Pound, she wasn't anti-Semitic or a daft cunt. That's a literary criticism phrase, that. So this is called In the Reference Library, and I will do this while I'm quoting Hilda Doolittle. They have sent the old gods from the city. It's a small quote. Above me, crossing from side to side of the upper level to the other, hang plastic pennants emblazoned with Union Jacks and tiny hand-painted triangles of various colours. There's a breeze blowing in from the open windows high up, old-fashioned affairs that must have been here since the library opened 100 years ago and not being changed. It's almost impossible not to find some peace here. The smell of old books always soothes the ragged edge of my senses. Behind me, an old boy is struggling with the Times crossword, and in front of him a suited gent paws over a massive tome with red-stained page ends, possibly legal. And ahead of him, close by the counter where the two assistants carry on a hushed conversation, an African student sits with a small black bag by his side, pages laid out in front of him, engrossed in his work. From outside, the rush and rise of the water spouts in the ornamental pool gets carried in on the breeze, along with the rumble of buses along Albert Road. What spirits remain in this town we must hunt for, as they're no longer themselves amidst the neon and glass. But I feel their energy staring in me, a proximity to something other, the shadow of the calls to some deep part of me not confined to this time or place.